Sports betting becoming more and more popular. Revenue totaling over $3 billion in the first half of the year. That's compared to $4.3 billion for all of 2021. Estimates here from Forbes. Now, Morgan Stanley predicting that revenue could top $12 billion by 2025. Connecticut-based casino Foxwoods has a partnership with DraftKings for sports betting. We want to bring in Jason Guyot. He's Foxwoods Resorts Casino CEO and president. It's great to see you, Jason. So obviously sports betting adding to some of the excitement that we've seen in the gambling space. From your perspective, what are you seeing demand-wise right now in terms of people and their excitement level to bet?
Coming up to our 1-year anniversary of getting sports betting in Connecticut approved and online gaming. And, we're looking for year over year growth. We're anticipating about a 50% increase year over year. So definitely going very well and got the best partner in the business in DraftKings.
50% year over year. That is massive, Jason. What are you seeing in terms of online betting versus in person? You did mention the partnership with DraftKings.
Yeah, in person and retail in our sports book, we've taken over 360,000 wagers in the past 9 months. And that's where we see our pace and volume. And we're looking to increase that volume and, exceed prior year by I mentioned over 50%. When we take a look at statewide mobile statistics, we have generated about $94 million in sports betting online. And honestly, it's been great for us at Foxwoods and also the state. We've almost over $42 million paid in taxes to the state so far. So it's something that is a great partnership and it's worked out for both parties.
Jason, on a macro level, though, the economy is slowing down. People are paying more for gas to get to your casino. They're paying more for items and every aspect of their life. Are you seeing any sort of change in consumer spending habits?
We absolutely are. I mean, it's hitting us and businesses on both sides, increase in commodity pricing. And then, in general, just that increase of inflation across the board. So it's something that, we've dealt with in the past. We have a much more agile organization now after coming out of the pandemic. And we think we're poised to work our way through it. But definitely the larger macroeconomic issues are having an impact on us here at Foxwoods and other businesses in general.
Jason, by some standards, we're not there yet. But is gambling recession-proof?
I think we've seen it in the past. I would say gambling is not recession proof. It's interesting now when you look at the different jurisdictions, whether you look at Connecticut or Midwest gambling or compare it to Las Vegas, Las Vegas is seeing a huge boom, some of the largest revenue numbers that they've seen in years. And that's just based on people wanting to get out after the pandemic. When you look more regionally, I think you're seeing a different story. I mean, post-pandemic, we're still down about 15% to our 2019 numbers. So we have to work a lot harder, a lot smarter than some of these other jurisdictions. But it's really different as you move across the United States and the different environments people are operating in.
Jason, how long do you see some of these challenges persisting here within your business?
Yeah, unfortunately, I would say they're going to persist for the next 6 to 8 months, maybe a little bit longer. It all depends on the confidence consumers have. And the more we talk about a recession, I think the more it looms over everyone's head. We're following the markets, another tough day today. But things like that don't help businesses in general. And, there was a lot of money put into the economy back in 2020, 2021. We're not seeing that this year, and that's definitely having an impact on us.
Given the macro economy, it may be a tough time to unveil a massive expansion. That is, however, the case. Tell us about what's new coming to Foxwoods.
Yeah, this is our 30th anniversary. We have so many exciting things coming. Earlier this year, we announced Great Wolf Lodge at Mashantucket, which is going to be right here on property. We're also announced $85 million worth of expansion here within the resort. We're over 9 million square feet as it is, but we announced a brand new casino, a new celebrity chef restaurant. We're opening a new Golden Dragon. We're developing an expo center to open in November, along with a brand new bingo hall. Those are just few of the many things that we're investing in. And now's the time to invest. I think that, these economic challenges will pass and we'll be poised and ready to be very aggressive and come into the market with some new product. And it's a very competitive area where we are in New England. We're surrounded by probably 6 or 7 major gaming players. And what continues to separate us is our amenities here, the square footage we have, and the loyalty of our guests. And so we're doubling down on that. listening to them and developing and adding amenities that they've been asking for years.
Jason, speaking of some of the competition out there, there are 3 casino licenses approved for the New York City area. Foxwoods isn't too far from New York City. What do you make of that competition? Any fear that that could potentially hurt your business?
Yeah, we're keeping an eye on it, and we're very aware. You know, when Massachusetts approved gaming, both with MGM Springfield and Encore coming in, that did impact us. You know, back in 1992, we were a monopoly in Connecticut in a 95 corridor. It was Foxwoods, Atlantic City, and Las Vegas. And now we're surrounded, as I mentioned earlier, by over 8 major players with more competition to come in New York. And so it'll be very interesting. We're keeping a close eye on who those competitors could be and our interest level of getting involved in New York. But it is right now part of our, our competitive set. We call it a battle zone now because we're surrounded by so many different competitors. We're keeping an eye on it. And it will, at the end of the day, have an impact because gaming isn't growing at the same pace as the expansion of gaming is, as state to state look for gaming revenues and tax revenues to help offset some of the shortcomings they have in their annual budgets.
Best of luck in the battle. President and CEO of Foxwoods, Jason Guyot, good to have you. Enjoy the weekend.
Thank you. Thanks for having me on.